back at it again with a subpar production and mindless opinions. Welcome to my channel. What's up, losers? Welcome to my vlog. And today's idea comes from this comment right here. Boom. Peter Galbraith, and he's asking me to do a top 5 list of my favorite video games. But you know what, Pete? I'm gonna double down, I'm gonna do it up, I'm gonna do top 10. Double the fun, double the list. Here we go. And you know what, before I even get started on this list, I'm gonna just say that I'm not the most comprehensive gamer in the world. I really am not qualified to make a top 10 games list of all time. This is my opinion. Also, I'm putting some parameters on the choices that I've made, on the entries. So A, I have to have actually completed the entire game. And I guess that's really the only parameter. But that does exclude a lot of games that people might think should appear on a top 10 games list. Like, where are they gonna? Oh yeah, they're gonna be right here. Like all these games, all these ones here aren't gonna be on the list. Alright, without further ado, let's get to the list. Borderlands 2. So this is a first-person RPG with a really fun art style. The best way to play this game is co-op. It makes grinding through the hordes of enemies over and over again lots of fun. In my opinion, you should get some kind of shoddy snipes build. I had the most fun when I was getting headshots on literally everything that moved. Also, fighting for that second win with your buddy who's desperately trying to revive you is just kind of like a good adrenaline rush in the game. Kind of makes it a really tense and exciting and dynamic environment throughout the entire time. Sick loot, hilarious characters, good story. I mean, like, this game's just fun times all around. Champions of Norrath. Champions of Norrath is a fantasy RPG. Again, the best way to play this game, in my opinion, is co-op, and it's really the only kind of dungeon crawler RPG I've ever played. It's got really cool environments, the worlds for you to explore, scary enemies, sick loot, and a really hilarious fantasy story.
Your soul is mine.
It's amazing. And I think I played through this game as the barbarian class as well, just so I could use all the sick weapons that you find throughout the entire campaign. And I think that's the only time I've ever played barbarian for anything. Usually I like to go for a sorcerer or monk or some other dope homebrew thing just to piss Ben off. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. This game is just straight epic. This game is just straight epic. Epic. Look, if you're even the slightest fan of the Lord of the Rings series, and chances are if you're the type of person who plays video games a lot, you're going to be a fan of Lord of the Rings, this game is a winner. You get to play as all your favorite characters, you get to fight in all your favorite battles, and you get to be Gimli and kill more Uruk-hai than that pretty boy Legolas. But seriously though, Gandalf is actually the best character. Magical explosions all day. Boom! SSX On Tour. Look, to me, this game serves one purpose and one purpose alone. Get hyped for snow season. This game lets all my snowboarding fantasies come true. Huge tricks, huge air, punching skiers in the face. Cause yeah, in this game, you can like punch people. You can wind up and charge and hit little kids as you're going by. It'll be like a little skier kid learning, and it'll be like pizzaing down the slope. And you can straight up just like charge up your fist with lightning and hit them. It's amazing. How could you not love this game? I might make it seem like the game is biased towards snowboarders, but it's not. Because the game also lets you be a skier and you can whack people in the back of the legs with your poles. And you know what? No judgment if you are a skier and you like skiing. Just not my orientation, but some people like skiing. Take my buddy Pete for example. He snowboards and he skis. Guess you could say he swings both ways. Uncharted 2. In my opinion, this is my favorite Uncharted game. I like it even better than 3. It's like playing a movie. It's such a cool blend of smart action and stealth and platforming and puzzle solving. And while the game is a typical kind of linear campaign story mode, the way you approach battles doesn't have to be linear. They give you choices. They give you ways to strategize. Stealthily take out each enemy one by one. Flank around to the side and light all of them up with a huge Gatling gun. Duck and cover and pick them off. Bah! Or fist fight every single one. The choice is up to you. Besides that, the characters are amazing and hilarious, and the story is compelling, and you really like it, and it really sucks you in and makes you want to keep going forward and discover what all the mysteries are. Batman Begins. Now, I know that a lot of people are really jumping on the Arkham game train right now, but this is my favorite Batman game. I've beaten it like a bunch of times on every difficulty mode, It's just such a fun game. This game, more than the Arkham games, I feel like, really makes you feel like Batman. It's got a cool combat system that was really ahead of its time, and it's got a large focus on stealth and gadgets and maneuvering around. If a single person with a gun even sees you, you're basically dead. Also, the game puts a large emphasis on inspiring fear into your enemies. There's like a fear meter that if you fill up, your enemies will act erratically or be more scared of you. Also, I want to say that you have the option to like interrogate the thugs you're beating up. Basically, you're like torturing them until they give you the information you want. And even afterwards, you can like still hit them, and then you slam their neck like into the ground. Like you must kill them, but you don't. Cause you're Batman. I'm a bat. But yeah, the game's dope. Use bat gadgets, solve bat puzzles, and it follows the movie too and adds in a bunch of cool stuff to like embellish it and go a little behind the scenes of what's really happening. It's a cool game. Alright, boom. Jak 3. Cool story, memorable characters from the series, smooth platform mechanics and combat mechanics, cool morphing guns, got a large variety of different tasks and quests and things you can do. The game really makes it worth your while to invest your time into it and collect all the cool precursor orbs and get all the cool unlockables. I sunk a lot of time into this game. There's even like Grand Theft Auto elements in the city portions where you can like jack people's rides and then the police will come chasing after you. And there's just like a constant battle between like 3 different factions all fighting each other, just happening in the streets. They're all shooting and fighting each other. It just makes for a cool environment and has a really compelling story. And I enjoy the game a lot. Safe vehicles, I don't know what else you want me to say. Jak 3. Bioshock. This is probably the only game on my list that would actually make a top 10 games of all time list, but it's well deserved. This game is a masterpiece. It's an extremely immersive experience with a revolutionary storytelling method. The atmosphere is just creepy and dark, and the whole thing is just really tense as you make your way through the deteriorating city of Rapture. I don't even want to talk about it too much. I don't want to give too much away. If you haven't played this game yet, you're doing yourself a disservice. Star Wars Battlefront 2. This game is probably my favorite game to play with my friends. Just plug it in, 2v2, go all night. You got both eras of Star Wars, prequels and original trilogy. And while people hate on the prequels, they make for some great game material. You've got hero battles where Darth Maul and Boba Fett can face off against Yoda and Han Solo. You've got creature battles where you can be a freaking Wampa. Also space battles. Space battles are dope. Winning one is like the biggest accomplishment ever. Alright, we're almost done the list, guys. Before we wrap this up, I'm gonna take us through some honorable mentions.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Just joking, it's God of War 2. God of War 2 is my #1 game on the list, guys. I'm gonna cheat a little here. I'm gonna include the entire God of War trilogy for this entry. God of War 1, 2, 3. 2, I think, is universally thought of as the best one of the 3, but I think all 3 games are amazing. The reason it's #1 is that God of War introduced me to a new style of video game. It told such an epic story and really backed it up with incredible visuals on both platforms. It gave me one of my favorite anti-hero characters of all time, and possibly the most powerful video game character of all time. The ability of these games to mix sheer brutality with problem solving is incredible, and it's so much fun to kind of delve into the dark depths of Greek mythology and the game maker's kind of interpretation of it. It's epic, it's over the top, it's insane, and the whole thing's got such a great story. I really can't say enough about it, but I'm gonna shut up now. God of War 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around for the entire video, kudos to you. Thanks Pete for the suggestion. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. Just saying that the Game of Thrones show is starting next weekend, so you know, everybody get hyped for that. Come tune in to this channel to watch it every single week. It'll be up every Monday morning probably. I kill myself to make those videos and I have a lot of fun doing it with my friends. I'm excited to be back making vlogs again. Hopefully somebody comments on the video and actually like, you know, compels me to make another one. Or maybe it'll take another 4 months. I don't know. Leave something good down there, guys. No pressure. Later, losers, and I'll see you guys next time.